The way to do it is to offer the person who you are asking to give you some answers into what their questions are, is to offer some tobacco. One time, it never used to be tobacco, and it used to be material. So either or, material or tobacco, to give, the person who are requested to share their knowledge or their history, and things like that. And as well, they would maybe give you sweetgrass, and that was an offering as well. In my community, coming from Saskatchewan, they offered more sweetgrass than they did tobacco.
Some of the qualities that knowledge keepers will carry is a deep understanding of what you're asking. They will carry warmth and kindness and openness, and I think that they will be knowledgeable about what you are requesting, and you'll just get this feeling of that's who I need to speak with. That's how you find your elders. And if one person can't, then they will refer you. And you can say, well, do you know anybody that does A, B, or C?
Basically, if they want to look for an individual that has knowledge in any field that they feel that, I would assume that they will first look for information as to who they would think would fit that position.
For example, if you're looking for an elder that is in old school traditional knowledge, then you might ask a knowledge keeper and they'll say, well, that's not me, but this is so-and-so. Or if they say, I'm looking for a healer, you'll find your way.
Our responsibility is not only to share our culture with our own, but everybody around us in a good way. Like, I go to the schools and the teachers bring me in and talk to the students, or I'll ask them to come to a round dance. And I invite everybody to a round dance, and they say, can I dance? Well, of course you can dance. That's for you too. It isn't just for us. We share everything. And they're welcome to the sweat lodge. It's open to everybody. There's only one stipulation: no drugs or alcohol. And if you can respect that, yeah. We're teaching our doctors to go to the isolated community, the fly-ins, And when they go there, the curriculum stipulates they have to stay there for 30 days. It's in the curriculum. If you can't stay in an isolated community, then don't come to NASM, because we want to show you how we live in the North as Indigenous people. I'd rather go to the Longhouse or a sweat lodge or a circle and sit there, and we're all the same. There's nobody, we're all equal. And that's how we should be. Because if you're a judge, you're not better than a janitor. We're all the same. We just have different roles and different gifts.
Some knowledge keepers come with a learned way of being from the time that they're very small, but it's about the ability to share and give and base everything in kindness. That love and that connection to the Creator is what makes a knowledge keeper so special.
You should qualify your knowledge keeper. There's unhealthy people out there. And I've seen a lot in my journey where bad things did happen with unhealthy elders, And you qualify your elders.
And don't be afraid to ask questions. And if somebody doesn't like your questions, well, maybe they're just not the right one for you. And ask for a referral to somebody else. And some people, if they don't want to talk to you, then don't talk to them. If they don't make time for you, then don't bother with them. But because maybe it's not meant to be, but it's not a judgment call. You see, maybe this is not meant to be. But I think that those elders will appear for you. They say so often, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I think it's very similar to those elders, and I think that you got to look to what you're interested in.
Knowledge keepers are able to, tell what works and what doesn't work for Indigenous people and how to go into a community. I remember this one doctor, he said, Dot, he says, I have to go into this community. I said, well, for God's sakes, don't go with your briefcase. You're going to scare everybody. Because I remember my mom would be scared of a security guard at Walmart because he had a uniform. I said, you go into that community just with your plain clothes and go have a cup of tea with an elder. And I said, and you'll get your story. I said, because now you're not intimidating.
I call them my guest. You are my guest. I don't say, well, you're my client and start writing stuff. No. How are you doing? That relationship, me first seeing you, is so important. And I will ask you, do you mind if we smudge together and pray together to do it the right way? Build that relationship. I'm not in this place to fix. I am here to help. How can what I say also, my input, help to make this a success?